Welcome back, everyone. We're going to take some cuttings from our hibiscus that we just pruned, and we're going to end up propagating these from those cuttings. So, as you saw in the earlier video, I pruned my hibiscus, and from there I'm left with some lovely cuttings. Why not make use of these and have a little bit of fun? Maybe grow some for a friend. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take, I don't know, at least 4 or 6 inches worth of the plant. I'm going to cut it off there. You don't want it too big. The more energy that it needs to use to support the upper growth, you're going to get a lot more wilt, and it's going to take a lot of energy. There's no root production, so you'll end up getting a lot of water loss, and that's not a good thing. So what I'm doing is I'm taking off, I don't know, most of the lower leaves. I'm going to leave maybe 2 or 3 leaves on this. I'm just pinching the leaves off. You can cut them off with a pruner if you'd like. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a pot of soil, just going to plunge that down into the pot right up to the leaves. And then I'm going to use, I don't know if this one's going to work, but we'll give it a whirl. No harm in trying, right? I'm going to take off, as you can see, this part here is the old growth. I'm going to take that off. It probably won't produce roots as readily as the newer growth. So again, I'm just going to take off the lower leaves. I'm going to leave 2 or 3 leaves on the plant. This one might not survive because it has the tip gone, but we're going to give that a try. No harm in trying, right? So we'll plunge that in exactly the same way. I'm going to put several cuttings in one pot. As they grow, you'll know the roots will start coming from the bottom, and it'll definitely tell you. The leaves will stop wilting. Things will be a lot more firm. It'll be noticeable when they start to grow. Here's another cutting. Again, I'm going to take off the old wood there. Just prune that right off. And I'm going to remove the lower leaves. Don't have to be too delicate. Just don't want to peel the bark off when you're removing these. Remove any flower buds. You definitely do not want any flower buds on there. Flower buds will take the energy and try to produce flowers, and you don't want the energy going to a flower. You want the energy going to the roots. That's a key to propagating any plant. This is a little bit long, so I'm just going to cut a little bit more off the bottom. Pop that in there. Got a couple more cuttings here. This one's a perfect size, so I'm just going to take leaves off. I'm going to remove the flower buds. There's a couple on this one. Just pinch them out. Very easy. And also, there might be flower buds that are existing in here that you can't see. So as it grows in the pot, if you see that happening, flower buds growing, just pinch them out. Got a couple more here. I'll quickly push in there. I don't need to use all of my cuttings. It's a beautiful one. Look at how glossy and beautiful those leaves are. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll use this one. It's hard to pass that up. If you keep hibiscus in the house over the winter time, hibiscus are prone to whitefly. I had this my first year with hibiscus, and it really did some damage to my plant. I tried insecticidal soap, but I ended up having to throw away my plant. It was very sad, but there are insect controls for whitefly. But unfortunately, with the low light that I was dealing with, the plant didn't have enough energy to bounce back. Now that I'm in a new environment, I don't think whitefly tends to be as much of a problem. So anyway, I've got this beautiful pot filled with cuttings. I just used a 4-inch pot. You can put as many as you want if you used a bigger size. I'm going to water this well very, very thoroughly. You want to see the water come out the bottom. You want to keep the moisture in the soil for this. If the plant gets dry, it might not make it. It's probably enough water. And take a Ziploc bag, or if you have a little greenhouse that you can put it in, a little plastic lid to go over top, feel free. But I use Ziploc bags. They work fantastic. We'll close that up. Make sure it's completely closed. We're going to keep it in a well-lit spot. You don't want to put it in direct summer sun. You want to have it so it's a very well-lit spot, but not direct. You don't want the leaves to wilt. They're very vulnerable at this stage, so nice north-facing window would be perfect. Just as long as it gets good sun. See, there's water in the bag. It'll stay there. The pot will also soak it up. This was very dry soil to start with, so that's good. It will get steamy in there, all the condensation. If it gets too bad, open the bag up, let it air out just lightly, and then close it back up. Anyway, these should start rooting in a few weeks' time. It's April here now, so by the time our last frost, May 24th, I do believe, is our last frost date in this area. By that time, these should be ready to pot up in their own pots, and put them in hanging baskets. You can put them in your containers. You can just use them as focal point plants all over the place. It's a wonderful, wonderful plant to play around with. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this works for you. It works for me. It's pretty foolproof. You don't need any root stimulators or anything like that. You can use them, but I choose not to. Anyway, enjoy. Happy gardening.